It's so great to be back, everyone. Welcome back to the Road to NBA 2K21 series on the PlayStation 5. Last time out, we tackled Game 1 and 2 of our second straight NBA Finals trip, this time battling the Miami Heat in this best of 5 series. It's been 2 weeks since my last upload, so let's have a quick refresher, as Miami has the best record in the NBA here in Season 4, yet we managed to steal Game 1 in South Beach, winning by 14 points. Richaun Holmes was fresh off his game-winning layup against the Portland Trail Blazers last series to help us get to the NBA Finals, and he had a career night with 20 and 13 in Game 1, picking up right where he left off. However, in Game 2, the offense as a whole was a lot more quiet, only managing 94 points, and Anthony Davis and I were the only Pelicans who had respectable nights on offense. Every series is a best of 5, so as we head back home to New Orleans, if we can win 2 games today, myself and the Pelicans organization will host its first ever NBA Finals ring. If we split the games today, we go to a Game 5 finale to decide the finals. If we drop both games today, however, then we'll have to watch the Miami Heat hoist their first NBA Finals trophy since the LeBron James days. And we're ready to hop into Game 3 as I enter the post to Josh Hart to kick things off here in the third game of the NBA Finals. Nice shot from Hart, but he's looked a little worse for wear through the first 2 games of this series. He's only averaging 7 points, 5 rebounds, 26% shooting as I dish this one off to Richaun Holmes on the very next possession, and Holmes has been a very pleasant surprise. 12 points, 10.5 rebounds, a whopping 3.5 blocks through the first 2 games of this series. He's had his hands full with Bam Adebayo, but he's more than holding his own. 4-1 game, still getting things underway here, finding the flow of the game. There's a nice pick and roll between me and Anthony Davis. Got a little crafty with the Statue of Liberty layup, 6-1 here early on. There's my first bucket. I'm averaging 15.5 points, 10 assists here through the first 2 games of the finals as now Josh Hart snatches a pass from Tyler Hero. I'll pull up from 15 feet. Tough rim there, couldn't get it to drop. And even though my numbers aren't as high and as impressive as the rest of my NBA playoffs run, I am playing solid basketball, only holding Tyler Hero to 8 shot attempts a game. However, there is Bam Adebayo for his first lob, and if you've watched the last video, you know Miami Heat, that's one of their favorite ways to score easy baskets. They're very unselfish as a team, leading the NBA in assists per game. Nice job there by myself though. I record field goal number 2, had to go to work there and get creative at the end of the shot clock. Dragic will try to do the same on the next possession, however I force him into a miss. Knotted up at 10 here, both offenses looking a little worse for wear. We've seen plenty of good defense played by both teams as Kately will stop and pop from downtown. Hart Kately. And he's averaging right now, it's only 6 points per game on this series. He's looked just as bad as Josh Hart, and look at this right here. Nice dish from Brandon Ingram. As Adebayo, not often we see someone slam it on Anthony Davis's head. As we jump to the second quarter of action, down by 5, inbound will be Jimmy Butler as I'm playing my first minutes of the second quarter. 3 seconds left, Butler off his back foot, much like how Josh Hart did to begin the game. An 11-2 run by the Eastern Conference's top seed. And if there was one thing the Heat did well back in Game 2, despite looking better down the stretch we did, they still did a great job of keeping their foot on the gas pedal and not letting us think we have a chance. I tried a leaner there, couldn't get it to drop, as this run by Miami will continue unless we can get a stop here. Dragic off a screen, he'll kick it around to Tyler Hero. Nothing but nylon from the corner. What in the world was Josh Hart doing there? Your guess is as good as mine. Him and Hart and Kately have equally been just as bad here in the NBA Finals, and it goes beyond the offensive side now too. Even whenever they were bad back in the day, I mean ever since I've become a part of the Pelicans and Hart and Kately has joined me here, whenever Hart and Kately aren't on their game, you can at least count on them to play defense, but that just hasn't been the case here in the NBA Finals, as I get a little creative there. Using my pivot foot to create space on top of Bam Adebayo, using his weight against him, there's field goal number 3. However, only 5 shots attempted. I've seen a lot of comments telling me that I need to be more aggressive, and I fully agree. There's rebound number 4 for myself, only recording 2 assists in this ball game. It's been really hard to find anybody, and right here the sloppy play on offense continues. My pass is deflected. I get dirty though to try to grab it, but Richaun Holmes gives it up anyway. I deflect the pass right into Dragic's hands, and he loses track of where he was on the floor. so at least we get a little bit of a lucky break. It seems like I'm the only one that really seems to be putting any effort on the defensive side of the floor, as I don't know who was supposed to be covering Brandon Ingram on that side there, but he's left completely unattended, and it was just me and him one-on-one against the rim, or at the rim. You already know Brandon Ingram, no way I'm stopping him. Off a screen here, though, I will lob it up to Anthony Davis. Can you believe it took almost 2 entire quarters for me to finally record an assist to the unibrow? He'll knock down the three-point play, and maybe that sparked a little bit of a run for us. Despite looking very sloppy in the first half, we cut it to 4 heading into the locker room of Game 3. Game 3 has really looked like a disaster so far, but thanks to some other subs, they pulled us within 4 at the half, and honestly, both sides haven't looked very good. It seems like everybody's forgetting they're in the NBA Finals or something. I'm not really sure what's going on. Our second quarter was pathetic, 7 for 21 team shooting in that second period of play, along with 5 team turnovers. But luckily, Miami, they haven't looked anything special on offense either. They've turned it over more than we have thus far, and helped themselves out at the line a lot, though. Otto Porter, of all players, leads us with 8 points. Kyra Lewis again saves us with 7 and a steal off the bench. We all know the rookie has played super well here in the playoffs. I've got 6 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 for 5 shooting, holding Tyler Hero to 4. Anthony Davis, though, is just 1 for 5 shooting. Kately and Hart are both just 1 for 4 combined. They're 2 for 8. It's just been ugly. And at the same time, Adebayo and Ingram, they both have 11 apiece for the Miami Heat. Outside of them, though, no one for Miami is over 4 points. Another solid contributor for us was Richaun Holmes with 6 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 blocks. So let's hop into the second half. Offense and defense both were very concerning, but we still have plenty of time to change our fortune. And it all starts with Josh Hart and Aaron Kately. We need more players stepping up as I go to work there. Nice job! Perfectly executed play, a little dribble handoff. Richaun Holmes comes up and blindsides Tyler Hero, and I can glide to the rim for an easy 3-point play. Field goal number 4 on 7 attempts. The efficiency's been good, but just like you guys have been saying in the comments, I should really work on how aggressive I am and be more abrasive when it comes to finding my own shot and more assertive. 46-43 as Brandon Ingram will work now off the screen, much like in the fashion that I did, and he will record a 3-point play on top of Josh Hart. So Brandon Ingram completely cancels out my and 1 as he misses a 3 there. Ingram's only averaging 14.5 points, 7 rebounds. He's had the brow on him for most of this series as Josh Hart. I gave it to him, and he went all the way to fly up high there near the basket. Finally, a positive play from either him or Aaron Kately as we send back Adebayo as Richaun Holmes and Anthony Davis put the clamps on him. With Josh Hart's dunk, we inch our way closer to 40% shooting as a team. We get a stop there as they go with the Baby J. The little teardrop there. We pull within 2. And I know 40% isn't anything to brag about, not by any means, but at least we are showing progress on the offensive side of the floor. Down by 4 now. The brow, he will set me a screen. Wide open. That shot goes off the glass to pull within a single basket as Marcos Uzada Silva checks in actually for Aaron Kately. I've got 13, 6 for 9 shooting. Personally, I think I've had a pretty solid day. However, I am a little disappointed in myself. These last couple of games have been so hard to find my teammates as Aaron Kately checks in for Josh Hart. Throws a lob to God knows who, but somehow it's tipped around to Uzada Silva. And that, out of all things, is what ties the game. I don't know what Aaron Kately was doing there, but good job staying alert by Uzada Silva, and he'll tie it up. Back down by 3 though, as Kelly Olynyk of all people will try to check me here. I got his shoulders turned. He seems like a guy I could really skate past pretty easily. And that layup wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be, but I still knock it down. 15 points for yours truly tonight as we head to the 4th quarter of this colossal Game 3. 70-65 Miami Heat lead as I mess up the icon pass there. Josh Hart and Uzada Silva both look a lot alike, both similar skin tones, and they both got that arm sleeve. You know, I just messed up my icons there. A dumb turnover leading to a 3-pointer as the lead all of a sudden swells back up to 8. I'm going to give this handoff to Anthony Davis pretty quick up the floor, but Anthony Davis is somebody who has just not had it tonight, as you can see at the bottom of your screen. 30% shooting, not even in double figures yet as we make some more progress here in the 4th quarter. Tyler Hero, he increases the lead back up to 10. However though, in the biggest moments you gotta keep going to your best players, so I do that right here. Pick and pop, the unibrow. That's a huge shot right there by Anthony Davis. Finally he gets into double figures, and a 3 goes for him, although he hasn't been very good from 3 here in the playoffs. That's a big shot right there. 77-68 as I attack here, take the bump, absorb it from Adebayo, and I'll put it down. A huge play there. Let's take one more look at this cinematic style. I get past Tyler Hero after a beautiful screen by Anthony Davis, and it was all gravy there from then on out. And I knocked down the free throw. Big time players make big time plays. We pull with win 7. 81-74, timeout a factor just yet as Anthony Davis goes to work there. Nice job from Josh Hart. He will assist the Brow as the Brow now is 14 on the game. 83-76, Miami keeps scoring buckets as I get my way past Tyler Hero. I try to dump it down to Richaun Holmes, who had the angle. There was a mouse in the house as it was only Maurice Harkless who was in his path, but he still can't finish. 83-76, come on, crowd chanting defense. Brandon Ingram goes to work. He will dunk it down on Josh Hart, making him look silly once again. I've just been so frustrated with Josh Hart and Aaron Kately in this series, and that right there is exactly what we didn't need. Luzada Silva actually checks back in for Aaron Kately. Double team comes for Anthony Davis, and we've done a really good job of moving without the ball when Anthony Davis has been trapped repeatedly here in the playoffs. And Miami, they've had a good game plan for him today, but I knife my way through the middle of the paint, receive the pass, draw some free throws. I knock down 2 of 2, and Aaron Kately has another chance to play some quality minutes here down the stretch as the lead swells back up to 10. Another basket goes for Brandon Ingram. 3:40 left to play in this very monumental game 3. Kately will try it once again, coming up short, but Davis is there on the glass. And 1 for the Brow. Say what you want about him this game, but he's made some huge shots here in the 4th quarter. And after, well, if he would make this free throw, he would have had 10 4th quarter points, but obviously he comes up short. We just continue to not be able to catch a break here. 89-79, time really not on our side now. We're not doing ourselves any favors here in the 4th quarter as a team. Kately now working off a screen. He's open. The rim doesn't do him any favors there. And I'm whistled for the foul there. I'm trying to set up my teammates, but only 4 assists tonight. I mean, how often do you see me with less than 7, 8, 9 assists at least? That just goes to show you how the offensive impotence has really played a factor this game. Aaron Kately finally plays some defense, but forces one there on the fast break chance. This one swings around to Goran Dragic, and thank goodness we catch a break and he misses. Kately there at the bottom of your screen, you can see just how bad he's been, but then I immediately turn the rock right back over. A bounce pass that was really errant, and just like the rest of my teammates here down the stretch, I'm not doing us any favors. Kately open there, but once again well short. Man, that turnover seemed to be the finishing blow, so to speak. I mean, we're basically playing for pride at this point, down by 14, and that would have been nice to have a little bit earlier. Josh Hart finally makes a 3, as this lead is still above 10 points, and we only have about a minute to go left in this ball game. We really need to work fast. We're picking up the Miami Heat at the half-court line, but I get behind Dragic, but Anthony Davis helps me out. Way to go, Brow. Under a minute to go. Come on. Let's run the floor a little bit. Try to make this game a little bit interesting. How about Aaron Kately? He wants to work off of 2 ball screens. He's open for three-pointer number 2 on the night for him. 93-85. Are we done? Are we done just yet, or are we going to make this a little bit interesting down the stretch? Well, it's back to a 10-point game. 33 seconds left as I find myself open, knocking down a three-pointer to give me 22 on the ball game, along with my 6 assists. But Aaron Kately at that point would be forced to foul Jimmy Butler. Miami Heat as a whole, they shoot their free throws at a very high clip, and that would be the icing of the game there at the free throw line, so to speak. 97-88 is your final. The Miami Heat, they steal a game from us here at the Smoothie King Center, and they're 1 win away from becoming NBA Finals champions here in year 4. And looking at some of these box scores, man, it's really a shock to me how we didn't get blown out by more points. I know we made it more competitive there at the end, but I had 22, 6, and 6. I also had 4 turnovers, didn't play my best on defense as well. although I was the only guy who could seemingly score for most of the game for New Orleans. Outside of me though, Anthony Davis maybe, I mean at the end of the game he picked it up a little bit, and Richaun Holmes played okay, but Hart and Kately 2 of 11, Josh Hart 3 for 10. Once again, they both just don't have it when we need it most. Ingram with his best game of the entire finals, 29-9, and Bam Adebayo, the man who finished 5th in MVP voting in the regular season, had a huge day on Richaun Holmes. So I knew with this last game at home, I did not want to repeat last year where we had to watch the 76ers celebrate their NBA Finals championship on our home floor. This year I want it to be different. So I hit the gym, but one thing that I did notice, just like before, I've done this before where I've sent out a message to everybody. I sent out a message to all my teammates like, hey, if you want to get some extra work in, stay after and we will, because I'm going to be in the gym working before tomorrow, before next game. Surprisingly, only 2 other bench players showed up, Jonah Bolden and Luke Wentz-Dort. That was it. None of the starters showed up. Nobody really showed up except for those 2 players, and that kind of concerns me. Do these guys even want to win? Are things starting to heat up here in New Orleans a little bit? A lot more drama? Well, we're going to have to see as we hop into Game 4 of the NBA Finals. Win or go home. We're basically playing for our season right now as Josh Hart takes a horrible shot to kick us off here in Game 4. 2-0 Miami here as they score on their first possession. I try to dump it down to Richaun Holmes. Swings it over to Anthony Davis, coming off his worst performance of the playoffs, and that's not a very inviting start to this game. He airballs his first attempt, but Holmes is there to clean up the mess. Knotted up at 2 now. Under 10 minutes to play here in the first, Jimmy Butler, who's actually averaging less than 10 points per game here in the NBA Finals, he finds Bam Adebayo for another dunk. 21 points, 14.5 rebounds for Adebayo. And as this NBA Finals goes along, it's becoming more and more apparent that Richaun Holmes just really can't stick to Adebayo very well, and he also gives it right back to him there. A very stupid turnover. We just look so sloppy, so complacent. I mean, we don't see this from New Orleans very often. We're such a whole old school, hard-nosed team, but obviously the red flags are definitely showing here as Butler will try to operate down low. However, Luzada Silva, one of the few guys who actually had a decent game last time out. He shot 2 for 3, recorded 2 steals in Game 3. He stops him there, and I go with the floater here to get myself on the board. Even though the NBA Finals, my stat sheet hasn't been as impressive as my playoff stat sheet as a whole, still though, I'm one of the few guys in New Orleans who seems like he's showing any heart. Josh Hart now will try to operate as he's snatched by Bam Adebayo, who's averaging over 3 blocks per game here in the NBA Finals. Now Tyler Hero will try to go to work. I thought he picked up his dribble, but then he gets it back and then goes with the drop step move. 14-6 Miami Heat out in front. Once again, we're getting into the danger zone. This is not a very good start here. As I try to work on the top of the key, we're setting up a play for Josh Hart as he will step back and he will try one. That was an ugly miss there, but Anthony Davis will recover, get a fluky and one, but at this point we're just taking anything we can get. I mean, come on, we're shooting around 25% through the first half of this first quarter. 14-8 ball game. Ingram pulls up. That's a shot you see him make 9 times out of 10. I guess that was number 10, but Adebayo again is on the glass. He has scored just as many points as we have as a team. However, he's shooting 4 for 4. We're 4 for 11 so far tonight. They've doubled our scoring output as a team now, and then some. As Brandon Ingram now soars up, dunks it down. I try to get a quick, cheap basket there to Anthony Davis. Thank goodness he was looking for it. I finally record my first assist after only having 4 in that category last time out. 20-10 ball game. I'm pressuring Dragic, and then I switch back over to Tyler Hero here. And look at this. Anthony Davis, where are you at? Thank goodness Ingram misses again. But now Luzada Silva, where are you at? 23-10 Miami. They are blowing the doors off of this building right now. We are stunned. Our fans are stunned in Miami. They look poised for the moment. However, when we jump to the second half, the bench does help us get our legs under us a little bit as I would pull in my first rebound here as I check back in. 36-30 ball game behind the back move. I stop and go. I'll take this one down to the low block as I see Otto Porter. He will flash out from 15 feet and knock it down. I didn't want to take a dumb shot there and have the defense swarming me and force me into a bad look, so Otto Porter knocks it down. Now he receives a screen here. He's a little off balance. Richaun Holmes, a decent play between him and Porter there, no good, but Holmes does get it back for offensive rebound, maybe 9 million of the playoff series for Richaun Holmes. He sets me a screen, and I manipulate it to perfection. How about that? Let's take a look at this one. All throughout the playoff run, I have not been very good from 3. I've been around 20%. But here in the NBA Finals, I'm making in the mid 30%. So that's one part of my game that has looked a lot better against the Miami Heat. I'm just taking what they're giving me. Speaking of threes, I run a play for number 3, Josh Hart, and he hits nothing but glass there, continuing to further just look worse and worse as the series goes on, him and Kately. And look at this, I'm stuck on Adebayo. What can I do there? A bad defensive rotation, a mouse in the house, as my old AAU coach would say. Adebayo gets on the board once again, 43-35, as Richaun Holmes is now met with a mismatch. However, he doesn't want to take it. He's being a little shy on offense in this possession. Fine, I'll take things into my own hands. Me versus Adebayo. I get him stumbling a little bit there as I take this one, and I absorb a tough bump from Brandon Ingram. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the bounce to go in my favor, but I still do earn some free throws, and I would knock down 2 for 2. And with how bad our offense has looked this entire episode, we'll take anything we can get. 9 points, 2 rebounds, only 2 assists. Man, it's been so hard to find my teammates as Goran Dragic styles on us with the behind-the-head pass. As there's the rookie, Precious Achiuwa, who gets on the board here in his first NBA Finals game. He hasn't been on the floor at any point in this series, as now I do a bad job setting my feet there, but at least Anthony Davis is there to clean up my miss. I guess I'm getting a little bit too aggressive from 3 there, but all in all, it doesn't hurt us. Anthony Davis with the putback bucket. 43-39. We're approaching 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Achiuwa will slip the pick and roll, but Anthony Davis, great anticipation there. I'm open from 15 feet. I don't let the air ball waver my confidence a little bit. I still step up on the very next possession, pop it, and hit it. 45-41, I'm up to 11 points now. A double screen, this is a play that normally works very often for us, but they play it very well. However, though, Achiuwa, too slow to close out on the brow. Was not expecting him to shoot that one as we close the gap within 1, which is very nice to see. As you all know, we started this game out horribly, but we still have a fighting chance. As here comes Richaun Holmes. Oh no, he's taking a 3 here to try to tie it. No good. Davis is there for the cleanup. I will try to tie it. That one hits nothing but net. 47 apiece thanks to yours truly. 14 points for me in the ball game. And as we head to halftime, only down by 2, somehow we overcome our slow start to make this a very competitive ball game. So we're really trying to keep our season alive here in Game 4, but I can't really say in all sincerity that we really play like the stakes were that high. Nonetheless, though, we're only down by a single possession heading into halftime of Game 4. We really looked a lot better down the stretch there. And for the second straight game, however, Miami is shooting above 50% at the half. They're also out-rebounding us. We still haven't led in this game once, but our bench gave us a nice pick-me-up thanks to Kyra Lewis's 7 points, and Otto Porter had 2 steals. But once again, we just can't find production from our wings. Luzada Silva actually was given the start this game, and him and Josh Hart are both scoreless in 7 shots combined. Hart has missed 4, Luzada Silva has missed 3, yet Aaron Kately coming off the bench this game has 11 in 9 minutes. It's unreal how our wing players can't be more consistent, but it's too late to fix it now, and I guess you can expect to see more in Kately in the second half. Like, I've played a half with Luzada Silva. I don't think I've thrown him an assist yet. Speaking of that, I've tied Bam with 14 points to be the game's tied leading scorer. I also chipped in 3 assists and a steal. And the Brow is 13-7, making half his shots, making up for his poor performance back in Game 3. Ingram also has 11 points, and Tyler Hero, my matchup, has 8 and 3 assists. As we start things off here in the second half, Hero will try to manipulate that screen, and he knocks it down to give him points 9 and 10 on the ball game. 55-51, Miami Heat out in front. Mo Harkless, he surveys the floor here with 10 seconds left to shoot, and even he throws a lob to Bam Adebayo. Unreal the playmaking has been for the Heat. As you all know, they lead the NBA, the virtual NBA, and assists per game as now Anthony Davis goes to work on Brandon Ingram. He tips his shot. Nice save there by Jimmy Butler. Man, I really wish the guys came to that shoot around I held last night, because it's really showing on the floor on offense. I mean, we're looking like we're making scoring the ball look like advanced calculus right now. I mean, it's looking like the real life Knicks in the playoffs right now. That's how we look. And right there, I let up an easy three to Tyler Hero, a very boneheaded play there. And right now, Miami Heat, they are looking very good once again. And little did I know when I get subbed out here, that substitution would change the course of this entire season. Look at this, 87-70 out of nowhere. Miami with all of the momentum as they make two quick shots to me out on the floor. Man, I don't know what happened. All of a sudden I got subbed out a little bit prematurely. I mean, a little bit quicker than what I normally do. And all of a sudden, Miami started taking it to us. And it looks like our season will come to an abrupt end here in Game 4 of the NBA Finals. Anthony Davis, however, has not been the issue. 30-7 for him. I'm playing pretty well today, although I have a little bit too many turnovers than I care to admit. However, though, I do find Anthony Davis here on the back cut, basically playing for pride right now and for the home crowd to get their money's worth. So, unfortunately, it looks like just like Season 3, Season 4 will end in heartbreak, coming up short in our second straight NBA Finals. It's a real shame, but I mean, I'm heading into a contract year. However, I'm not very satisfied with New Orleans right now and our performance here in the playoffs and how it seems like the front office doesn't want to do more to get better players. I mean, we've been running with Josh Hart and Kately. Granted, I like those guys. They're good locker room guys, but when it comes down, when it gets tough, sometimes they just seem like they don't even want to be here. They don't even want to play, and they look horrible. It's basically me and Anthony Davis having to run the show the entire time. Richaun Holmes has been a great pickup, and even Luzada Silva has his fair share of flashes of greatness, but all in all, I'm getting really frustrated down here in New Orleans. And with only 1 year left of my contract next season, we'll see how long I stay. Who knows, maybe this offseason, maybe something happens that I leave a little bit prematurely. Who knows? All I can tell you is that I got some cool cutscenes coming up, some cool storylines I'm going to be doing for this offseason because, safe to say, I've had a great time here in New Orleans. I've spent 4 seasons here in the Big Easy, but I think I'm starting to feel really frustrated with where this team's at. I don't want to be one of those players that just makes the NBA Finals but can't get a ring, be competitive but can't earn that NBA Finals trophy. I feel like I'm one of the few guys nowadays in the NBA that puts winning over the money and all of the other factors. I just want to win, I just want to compete, and I want rings, not individual awards. Nonetheless, though, tonight it ends in heartbreak once again. 18-7, a very serviceable outing. However, I didn't, play up to par, I felt, because I only had 7 assists once again. These last 2 games I've only had 11 in games 3 and 4 combined. Anthony Davis was awesome tonight. Aaron Kately had his fair share of success off the bench. However, we didn't really see it. I didn't play much with him specifically. I did play a lot with Luzada Silva and Josh Hart, and both those guys were absolutely horrible tonight. Adebayo and Brandon Ingram, the more that this series went on, the better they looked. Games 3 and 4, they were excellent. Miami Heat, they're the NBA champions here of Season 4. Nonetheless, Bam Adebayo is your Finals MVP as we look for more success next year in our NBA Finals endeavors. This entire playoff series has been legendary. So many clutch games, however. I mean, I can't let the NBA Finals loss overshadow what we did here in Year 4's postseason. The game-winning layup on the live stream by Richaun Holmes. I mean, that crazy Game 4 against the Denver Nuggets bounded it back in round 1. The entire Portland series. I mean, this playoff series here on the Next Gen was absolutely legendary. And I'm going to try to get through the next season a little bit faster, upload videos more frequently. Summer's right around the corner, and I can't wait to get back at it. Also, one more disclaimer, some very exciting news for the channel. I got a new laptop for a very good price, a very powerful gaming PC, even though I don't game on the PC. It is a very powerful laptop I got for a good deal when I was at Fort Knox, and I got a new Elgato coming in the mail tomorrow. So it's the newest Elgato, which is 1080p, 60 frames per second, S+. It's a really good model, the Elgato. As you guys know, my Elgato that I use to record my screen for 2K videos and such, my YouTube videos, it's very old. There's a lot of screen tearing and picture cutting and all that. No longer that'll be the case. The quality of my videos will be up there with some of the better YouTubers, and I hope you're excited for better quality videos, more content, because summer's right around the corner. I can't wait to upload more content for you guys. The very next video will be College Hoops 2K8, and the quality will be A1, I promise. This is College Sports Revive, signing out. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in today.